nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And according to the agenda right now, we have introductions.
Do you mind putting your microphone on, please? It may be on, it's not.
Can you hear me?
Is it on?
I think it is. I think it's on.
Okay.
But you know, it's this mask. So. But I was wondering if we might want to do roll call first and then do introductions. Would that be okay? Sure.
What?
Do roll call first.
So you asked for introductions?
I'm going to do roll call so we know who's
Okay.
here, and then we'll do our introductions
Okay.
if that's all right. Okay. Roll call. Commissioner Pankowski.
Here.
Commissioner Martin.
Here.
Commissioner Wells.
Here.
Commissioner Sterrett.
Here.
Thank you. And we do have one vacancies, but we have no absences. Thank you all for joining us tonight. So now would we like to start with introductions?
Sure. Good evening. My name is Mark Sterrett. Relatively new to the commission. I've been on, I think, approximately 3 years now. I'm a general building contractor, also a pilot. I've been a pilot for quite a while. Started to add up. Hate to say it, probably, 45 years? And I do flight instruction out there for the Hollister Jet Center. And local guy. I've been, grew up in Hollister, moved to a far distance to the city of Gilroy, and then moved back to Hollister about 20 years ago.
Thank you, Mike.
Good evening. I'm Renee Wells. I've been on the commission for, I think, 2 years, so I'm fairly new. I'm the EAA chapter president for Hollister. I am a student pilot. I have 2 airplanes hangared at Hollister. I'm retired, volunteering, doing various volunteer work in the area. I've lived here for about 20 years, a little over 20 years.
My name's Eric Martin. I'm super brand new. I've been flying, got my license when I was 18. I've been coming down to Hollister Airport since before the Leonardos owned the Jet Center. So that was since, I think, 1977. I moved to Hollister about 6 years ago, and I look forward to working with you guys.
My name is Jason Pankowski. Everyone calls me Jay. I'm a licensed airframe and power plant mechanic. I'm not a pilot. I'm 6.5 feet tall, so fitting in a small plane does not do well for me. I've been working here at the airport since 2015. I've been doing research and development aircraft since 2009 and ended up moving up this way back in 2015. My wife and I just bought a house here in town this last year, and this is one of the ways I wanted to give back to the community.
Thank you, Jay. Okay. So, verification of agenda posting. The agenda for the Airport Advisory Commission's regular meeting of March 24th, 2021 was posted at Hollister City Hall on March 19th, 2021 at 5:21 p.m. per Government Code Section 54954.2. Item 5 on the agenda is minutes from a previous meeting, and I am not sure if we're in a position to be able to approve those because I don't know if we have a quorum of people that were that attended that meeting, that was at that meeting. I think that the commission could agree to accept the minutes but not approve the minutes. But if you would like me to get clarification on that from the city clerk's office, we can just bring this back next time.
I'd definitely not like to approve the minutes, and I'm concerned about even accepting the minutes.
Okay, okay. Well,
There are a couple of corrections to the minutes.
Okay,
I don't know if you want,
let me get them. Yeah.
under roll call, Margaret was absent, but throughout the rest of the document, she voted or seconded
I see.
several items,
Okay.
and she was absent,
She was absent?
yes.
Okay. I'm understanding your concern, Commissioner Sterrett. Okay.
Yeah, in old business, I just quick comment on item 8, old business,
Okay,
and specifically item D.
okay,
I'm gonna make the general comment that this was not discussed to this degree, but it was alluded to, but it's not a correct statement in there.
okay. Okay, I'll touch bases with our city clerk, and I'll get back to you on what our alternatives might be here. Okay. And this would be a time for a public input. Is there anyone from the public that would like to speak, or if we have anyone via Zoom?
Mr. Mayor, you're the only one on Zoom. Do you wish to make a public comment at this time? If you can, please unmute yourself. Mr. Mayor? Guess not.
Okay. So we are under the items of reports, and the item listed there is the one that I put on for the Compass Rose. And I'm not sure who is familiar with the Compass Rose that we currently have at the Hollister Airport. It's just south of the fueling stations, and it was done in, correct me if I'm wrong, it was done in 2010 by the Monterey 99s, which is a group of female pilots that volunteer their time to paint the Compass Rose on the ramp. And I found the one that we had last year just to give you an example of what it's going to look like. You all have one of these, and these are actually the actual notes that were used for this Compass Rose. So we just today got word that we got our Compass Rose surveyed, and we got it certified. So we're expecting the Monterey 99s, I think it's April 8th and 9th, with some possible alternate dates for rain dates. Again, we're excited to have them. It needs to be done. The Compass Rose is looking pretty battered, and I very much appreciate that they would come and do this. They're looking for volunteers, so if there's anyone that's interested in volunteering their time on those days, are you interested? Okay, very good. Then with your permission, I'm going to pass your phone number on to the organizer of that group. And anyone else who might be interested, we would love to have you. We appreciate what you do. We'll cover lunch, and we're excited to have it done. I think it's going to be a nice touch and a personal touch. And I want to thank Commissioner Sterrett for helping to set it up. So,
And what were the dates again?
it's it's April
8th and 9th.
8th and 9th. And then if it gets rained out, then it would be, it's like approximately 2 weeks later. But, yeah. So, and that just happened today, so we're really pleased with that. We've already got the white paint, we've got the blue paint on order, and it looks like the magnetic north had changed by 4 degrees.
Huh.
So it's something that they may be able to, to touch up what we have. We'll see what they want to do. But we're going to have our crews going out, taking some of the loose paint off of the current one, so it'll be ready to go when they get
Nice.
here. So, yeah, we're excited. So for old business, I don't think any of us are that old as far as this commission goes, but that could possibly be speaking to the meeting minutes you were talking of earlier.
I don't know if discussion ended under the last meeting's reports, item C, the TPA change.
Okay. Item C?
C, under 7 reports.
Oh. Okay,
I don't know if that's considered old business, but
I don't see anything on 7C.
under the minutes of the last,
Okay, under the minutes. Okay. Okay, would you like to put that down for, a future item for the next agenda? Because it's not really on the agenda, we can't talk about it today, but, okay.
sure.
Okay, then by all means, let me get that. Okay. Okay, so, was there any more old business? Because if not, maybe we could move to election of commission officers, and that will make this much easier in the future. So would anyone be interested in nominating anyone for the position of chairperson?
Nominate Jay for chairperson.
Okay. Do we have a second on that?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Congratulations, Jay. Do we have a motion for a person to serve as vice chair?
I nominate Renee.
Second that.
Okay, that was you, Eric? Okay. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Congratulations, Renee. Okay. The next item on our agenda is that the update of the bylaws. And I believe everybody has a copy. It's in the packet. It's under Resolution 2019-19. what has been proposed, I think what city council has suggested is in order to help us obtain a quorum and be able to continue meeting, was to change the number of commissioners from 7 to 5. If you have 7 commissioners, you need 7 people in attendance to have a quorum and do business. And if you have 5 commissioners, then you need 3 people to make a quorum and to be able to do business. And I think because it's been some time since we've had enough people to meet a quorum, that this was their answer to help us be able to meet moving forward. And I know that section 2 of the article speaks of the commission, and what it actually indicates is that 5 of the commissioners would be residents of the city of Hollister, and 2 would be residents of the county of San Benito. It is my understanding that because we were searching for people, that Honor Spencer, who is in District 3, was looking for her selection to be Commissioner Sterrett. Because even though you are technically in the county, you would be able to fulfill the end of her term.
Yeah.
Was that your understanding as
Yes.
well? Okay.
And she's leaving fairly soon, right?
She's leaving fairly soon,
Couple
yeah.
months?
I'm not certain.
Okay.
I'm not certain. But that you would be filling, like her designee,
Right.
right? Okay. Okay. And, Renee, I know that you are in District 2, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I also believe that, Commissioner Martin, you're in District 2 as well? Okay. So I am, and are you District 4?
I believe District 1.
District 1, okay, so District 4 would be our vacancy then. Okay. Okay. So, I'm not sure, I mean, you may want to discuss amongst yourselves, if you agree with that, and if you do, then what happens is, I would take that information and, it would need to go to the city council for ratification, which is easily done. And then it would change the scope of the commission from 7 members to 5 members, but it gives us one less person we need to have in order to do business. The rest of the bylaws are here as well, so if you see something else, well, we know my speaker works. If you see something else that, that you're interested in addressing, then by all means, let's do that.
Where is your door, by the way?
I'm sorry,
Where is your door, by the way?
my
Where's your
door,
office?
where's my office?
Where's your office? Where do you hang out?
Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm at the Hollister Airport.
Okay, where?
I'm at 60 Airport
The
Drive,
main building you come drive in on the left.
first building on the left.
First building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're in there.
I am in
Okay.
there. And I know we've spoken on the phone, but we haven't met previously.
You have not.
No, we've not.
Now I know where you are. I'll come see you.
You should come see me.
Were there any other substantive changes to the bylaws besides?
I think that's the one that I think that we wanted to address right away, because it gives us an opportunity to start moving forward with business. For instance, at the end of this meeting, of course, we'll be talking about items that we'll want to discuss next time. And it'll be, I mean, we will be hearing from our commissioners what they want to meet and discuss about. And I think it will be easier to do business, and it'll flow more easily because we will have a chair, a vice chair in place.
Right.
Do you see any other items you'd like to address? And understand if there's something that you see later, we can put this back on the agenda. And if we want to amend, I mean, let's say all of a sudden, there are some people who didn't realize there was opportunities, but they're very interested now in getting on the commission and being part of the commission, then we can always talk about that. But at this point, this is the item that I think we would probably be most likely to try to address tonight.
Are you asking for new agenda items?
We will be asking for new business, yeah. Not yet, it's coming though, it's coming. Commissioner Martin?
Do we need to make a motion on this decision, or?
Yes.
I mean, okay.
I would need a motion on this.
Cheryl, I don't know if it's a good time now, but Mr. Mayor seems to have a question.
Oh, okay, that would be good.
Would that be okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's up to the commission.
It would be fine.
You're fine?
Mr. Mayor, we see your hand raised. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Go ahead and speak.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, Fred Meyer. I used to be on the commission. I had a question. I think you mentioned the quorum for 7 is only 4 people required for a quorum, I believe.
Yes, that's true. Oh. Yes, Mr. Meyer, that's true.
Right.
There are,
Now, are the bylaws going to be changed to limit only 5 people? I didn't understand what you were saying.
that's what the recommendation is, yes.
That's a recommendation. I don't agree with that.
Okay.
That's all I have to say. Nice meeting. Good meeting the new commission members.
Thank you, Mr.
I know
Meyer.
Eric Martin.
Thanks, Brad.
Okay, bye.
So I was assuming Fred was number 5, but he's not, huh? He's not on the commission now?
No, he
Okay.
went off in December.
So essentially, you only have 4 people on right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Has anyone else applied?
I don't think so. I'm wondering if we could have a motion on whether we would be interested in taking the commission down to 5 in an effort to be able to conduct business more regularly. Perhaps perhaps you would like some discussion.
I'm trying to figure out what people's thoughts are on the matter.
No, and I thank you guys all for your participation. I think that everyone who applied, and everyone is absolutely qualified, but everyone who has applied is on the commission.
So we don't have enough people to fill out 7 spots.
You don't have enough people to fill out 5 spots right now. But
Is there concern of going down to a 5-member commission?
I'm sorry, was there a question there? I missed it.
yes,
Is there a concern?
Concern about-
Concern with going down to a 5-member?
No. I don't have a concern with that.
Do you want to make a motion? You want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept the city council's statement of wanting us to reduce from 7 down to 5 for the airport commission.
A second.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Thank you. Okay. So,
One quick question.
yes,
How's the county representative and the mayor's appointee going to fit into the new 5%
mhm.
scenario?
That's a very good question. Currently, Commissioner Starrett is filling the position that was Honor Spencer's designee. So she is in the city limits, but she has asked for Commissioner Starrett, who's in the county, to finish her term, which is 2 more years. So Commissioner Starrett would be a county resident. He would also be on this commission for 2 years.
So does the mayor still need to appoint someone?
Yes. And I believe
That would be the last.
that would be the last one. And to be fair, city council is working really hard to fill their commissions and their committees. They really are.
I'll send a message to our EAA chapter and see if anyone's interested.
That would be awesome, yeah. Is it okay to go back to the agenda? Because we have new business, but there's none stated. And if there's nothing written down, there's really nothing we can talk about. But let's talk about items for the next agenda. I see there are 2 items already listed. Airport classification, designation. Commissioner Starrett, is this what we talked about in the airport
Yeah, the economic,
EDC? Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Pulling the tank up, right?
Was that?
Removing the tank?
Falsely, I guess I was under the belief that in order to be considered a regional airport versus a municipal airport was
Oh.
having a control tower. But
I
think-
don't think that's all
But
there
as you
is.
pointed out, I think Watsonville is considered a regional.
Yeah, they're
Without a
regional.
control tower.
Yeah,
That came out of discussion with Mike,
Right.
is why, you had to have a certain amount of instrument operations and stuff.
and I've heard that too, but,
Yeah. So I'm not sure what the advantage is. There more funds available for being regional versus municipal?
I think there is
I-
grants.
I think there is, but I think there's other criteria that needs to be met. Different number of aircraft, type of aircraft, the instrument flights. I think that there's a number, but I can bring something back at our next meeting
Okay.
that just shows the different designations and what the qualifications are for each of those. Okay. Would you like me to bring back, just to report back from EDC Airport Committee on what that group is working on? And Commissioner Starrett and I are both on that committee. But I can give you just a status update of what that group is doing.
That would be great.
Okay. I can get a CAL FIRE update. They're expanding their base. They're bringing in a helicopter. Would you like more information on that?
Yes.
All right.
Could we add update on TPA change?
Sure. I see that there's another item on, item 10, fuel island expiration.
Oh, that was the tank, I think. I think the tanks have to be, the fuel tank has to be.
Okay. Did we want to leave this on here and we'll look into that?
I think so.
Okay.
I can comment on that if you want.
Oh, sure.
The tanks were warranted in writing for a period of 30 years,
Oh,
but they could last twice that. They're under a strict regime of testing, vapor, liquid, any types of leaks. So, and there's a system up there with buzzers and lights and bells, and that if anything's breached, doesn't even have to be breached. Sometimes it's just a little bit of extra water and it'll pick it up. And so everything is all on sensors. So there was some concern. Somebody brought it up. Hey, at the end of 30 years, we're going to spend another $1 million to dig them up, put in new tanks. No, they're warranted for 30 years, but they can last 2 or 3 times that, depending upon earthquakes and other factors. But the tanks themselves are triple lined.
are they inspected?
Yes, on a monthly basis. And not just the tanks, but the apparatus that goes with the tanks. Delivery system and all the lights, sensors.
And how long have they been there already?
30 years from my memory. I think it was somewhere around 91, about the same time that Ubical did that.
Did the hanger.
Did the hangers, yeah.
Okay.
I remember it being tore up. I remember them putting in the new tanks back in the days of San Benito Air Service.
Thank you.
Are we still doing the items for the next agenda?
We are.
Okay. Is anybody, any word on doing the 4th of July air show thing? Or fireworks or anything like that?
Actually, thank you for mentioning that. There has been some discussion of that, and in fact, there also has been some discussion about doing fireworks on Memorial Day. And the reason for that is because we had already made arrangements to have a fireworks show. We'd obviously well in advance of the COVID pandemic. And so my understanding is we have a credit for fireworks. And so there has been some discussion about a Memorial Day show. I'm not,
Fourth of July or yes on the Fourth of July?
Both?
I think it could be both. Of course, we have some concerns on how we would facilitate that at the airport and do it safely. But as we're moving through the tiers, you know, our requirements change, but our responsibilities don't change, and we recognize that. So I would be happy to bring that back at the next meeting with some more information on Memorial Day, 4th of July, or perhaps both.
It's, personally, two of them that close together seems, you know, counterproductive.
Gotcha.
Let's get some money out of them. Do our own party.
Has there been any discussion about the bringing back the open house? The airport open house that we used to have monthly?
For the display?
Mm-hmm.
I have not heard that. I know that Fraser Lake does that.
Yeah.
I don't know that we're gonna be able to do the air show. I love the air show.
It's a question.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that an air show.
Well, not the display day or.
Mhm.
The
Right.
display's okay, don't call it an air show.
Yeah.
It's under
Oh,
law.
no, I was asking about when they had like Vicky and,
Yeah.
what's his name, the guy that flew the jet, he was in Bickles Hangar, Walker.
Yeah,
Kevin Walker.
Kevin Walker
Yeah.
and whatnot.
He's moved.
Yeah.
I know, but.
Well, and I don't know how many air shows they've been able to have recently, but you would go and you would look for getting your talent in like December.
Yeah.
And so, and then you need to file something with the FAA for the air box. So,
this year, no.
no, but but this is how you have air shows. You start having conversations.
Right.
And then you start looking for possibilities. And, you look for talent, and I can't say I'm not biased. I am biased, because I used to work the air shows every year, and I loved it. And I thought it was a wonderful community event, alcohol-free, family-friendly, and I would love to see us be able to do something like that again sometime.
Even
Yeah.
if we couldn't do an air show, maybe we could do a fly-in, and then we could have some flyovers that aren't considered,
That's the tip.
we wouldn't have to get as much approval.
True.
I think that's what we did.
Would not get the FAA out to.
Does anybody remember, the air show, it was $25,000 a year, something like that? The net loss on that?
Yeah,
Probably something like that.
yeah.
That's not a horrific amount of money, if we consider bringing that back in.
Well, I know that we did, and I know we did because I did it, but for a farmer's market, we would sell tickets for the, and we did it, once we moved it to Father's Day, because we were out Memorial Day and we were having some weather issues, and then we moved it to Father's Day and had weather issues, who would guess? And we would sell the tickets at the farmer's market, and when we sold them there, we sold them for $5, because we sold them, and so many children bought those for their father for Father's Day. So not only did they give their dad something, but they were able to create a family experience, and they could afford to do it. And that's probably part of the reason we were $25,000 in the hole, but some of that you can't really measure in money.
Right.
Well, I think, bringing attention to the airport, using it to its potential would be advantageous to both the city and the county.
I agree.
Looks like a great meeting next time, you guys. I'm just saying.
I was wondering if the EAA chapter can meet yet at the airport in the meeting room, or if it's a small room.
Mm-hmm. It is.
It's been a long time since we've had
How
a
many
meet-
members do you typically have? Because that room is a little
I
small.
think we have about 15.
Okay.
Not all of them make it to every meeting, but
Mm-hmm.
even if we could have something outside,
Yeah.
you know, instead, like we could use one of the hangars or something,
Mm-hmm.
just to get everyone together. I didn't know if there'd been any discussion about whether we would be allowed to do that.
To be frank with you, I haven't heard anything, but I'll look into that.
Thank you.
And you're thinking that maybe you need a windbreak. We know this. Okay, I don't know if we have a vacant hangar right now, but I'll look into that.
Thank you.
And when do you guys meet?
We were meeting once a month on the morning of the open house. The open house was once a month, both
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday. It was called an open house, but it was really, we had discounts for the restaurant. I think there were fuel discounts for people that flew in.
Okay. And was that like a particular, like the fourth
I think it was the
Saturday or
fourth weekend of the month.
fourth weekend of the month?
Display weekend?
Was it the fourth or?
Second weekend.
Second, okay, second.
Second? Okay.
And right now, all we're doing is, we are still displaying airplanes out there,
Mhm.
but we're not involved with, before there were discounts for people if they wanted to skydive or if they wanted to go into the restaurant
Okay.
and have, so we've kind of kept any of the socializing out of that now, but I wonder, are we out of that tier?
I don't know if we are out of that tier, but that's, I'll call environmental health and then we'll have a better idea.
'Cause
We're not going into 2 weeks.
we're heading into the orange, right?
On Fisher Lake, when we did our open houses, on occasion, they have like a car club come
Mhm.
out,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of supplements, for lack of airplanes, if you will.
Yep.
It brings car enthusiasts out to the airport as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea. And currently with the open houses on the second weekend, there's not a car club out there currently. Is that true?
No, I mean, we had, I think our last one, we had the British Car Club,
Okay.
the Bay Area. They came out with a bunch of cars out to one of our open houses.
Oh,
We stayed
nice.
out of the way, you know,
Mm-hmm.
put them in a place where they're not gonna do any damage or get into any trouble.
Okay.
I think it'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well,
They tend to bring a crowd in, not crowd, 10,000.
As long as we can have a crowd.
yeah,
That's the problem. Hopefully.
it feels like you can't win either way, right? Right now. Okay. Were there any other items that you would like me to bring back next time?
Sorry, I missed that.
Is there any other items you'd like me to bring back at this time for
I'm
next
just-
month?
Are there any items that you are working with the FAA right now, future things going on for the airport?
Right now, at the, right now, we've paused construction on our one taxiway. We are waiting to hear a determination from the FAA. And it's regarding a displaced threshold to help CAL FIRE during
Yeah.
the fire season. So we're waiting to hear a decision on that before we wrap that up. We are expecting a visit from the FAA to check out our AWAS, and we just discovered that today, and they'll be here next Wednesday.
How far out is CAL FIRE's plan?
I think they are interested in a 5-year lease. They're expanding because they're bringing in their helicopter,
Yeah.
and they're bringing in barracks for the crew that goes with the helicopter.
On the same
And
spot they are right now?
In the same spot they are now. They're looking to expand their area. What happened was BLM was over in that area, and we relocated BLM to a lot behind the large hangar by Mr. Rubino.
Mhm.
And so that freed up some more space over at where CAL FIRE is. So they're looking to expand their footprint, but right there at this time.
Okay.
I was wondering if we might all have a copy of the budget?
Sure.
I don't know if you.
The budget is, I mean, we haven't even met with we haven't even met with the city manager yet.
Okay.
So, but sure. So would that be the number of items that you would like me to bring back next time?
I think that's plenty.
It's looking pretty good, yeah. So we're talking about Memorial Day or July 4th fireworks status, update on the TPA change, CAL FIRE update, airport EDC, airport classification, fuel island expiration. Do we need to bring that back? No?
Is it possible to get a list of any of the projects going on out there?
Sure.
Like, I know the dog park's looking close to being completed, but there's a lot of things going on out there. I was just kind of curious to
Mhm.
list.
Just so we're clear, the dog park is actually not part of the airport.
Yeah.
But it is, thank goodness, it is finally getting done, and it's gonna be fabulous when it gets done. They just hydroseeded.
So that's not
And so
the
they're-
airport.
That's not airport, no. But it's the same users, so, sure. Okay. Any other topics for next time?
Is there a report after the inspections were done, if there were any issues with any hangars or?
There is a report that goes to the assessor's office, but I don't think that's available to the public.
Okay. Because it's a conflict of interest for us because you have hangars there or?
No, I don't think that's it.
Okay.
And I think that's through the assessor's office. I'll confirm that.
Thank you.
So would that conclude our items for next month? Okay. Our next meeting day would be scheduled for April 28th, I think, the fourth Wednesday
Yes.
of the month at 6 p.m. Again, here at City Hall.
28.
28. What'd I say? You gotta watch me. Okay, so does that conclude business for this meeting?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay,
I'll second that.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you very much. And again, thank you for serving. We appreciate it.
Thank you. And I did get a hearing test last week, and I am working on hearing aids. It'll get better.
I'll get better too. We'll all get better.
It wasn't good, and they threw the mask on, I don't got a chance.
Thank you for letting us in. Oh, no problem.
Okay.
Making sure I'm
Thank you.